Hi everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashable. So it's Monday, which means it's time to decorate. And this week in my planner, I'm celebrating the Christmas pageant, which is on Saturday. So I'm bringing a little bit of Christmas into November. So if you'd like to see how I've made this week, including these cute little pop-ups, then just keep on watching. Alright, so as per normal, we're going to jump straight into our planner. And as you can see, I've got a couple of bits and pieces already stuck on here. Just put that off to the side. So this weekend is pageant week. So if you've been hanging around with me long enough, you'll know that I'm a South Australian. I was born just north of Adelaide. And in South Australia it's usually the second Saturday in November, but this year it's the third Saturday in November, I think just because it started so early. We celebrate Pageant Day, and what that basically means is there's a big thing that goes down North Terrace, lots of different places in Adelaide, but ends on North Terrace. And we've got floats and Santa comes, and it's a big thing. And we were brought up that you put your Christmas tree up on that Saturday. So Pageant Day, and especially in my family, is a big deal. So what I thought I'd do is I'd grab some of the Christmas goodies from Kikki.k. If you haven't already seen it, I have done a haul video with all of this. So I thought I'd bring Christmas into November and start with some of this Christmas stuff now. So I'm going to start off with this really, really pretty washi tape, if it does what I want it to do, which I don't think it's going to. I want it to be, because of the ink that I used last week, it has kind of come through a little bit. So what I'm going to do instead, I'm going to grab some of the paper in here. Just going to see which one I'm going to use. I'm actually going to grab this bit of tape. This is actually, it's not tape, sorry. This bit of paper. These are actually napkin rings, but I'm just going to repurpose them for this. So I'm going to grab that one for one side, and I'm going to grab the pink one for the other side. Because if you do it on one side, you probably should do it on both. So we'll do that. So I'm just pulling these out gently. And I'm just going to stick this down on the top, which is just going to cover it a little bit. And then I'll put the washi down over the top, which will then look pretty cool, I think. And then I went and got it stuck. There we go. Okay. So what we'll do to start with is put this down. So I'm going to put it right up the top. So it's not really going to cover up the ink as much, but it's going to cover up that grey line. So I'm just grabbing my glue tape. I'm going to leave the little, no I'm not. I was going to leave the little knobbly bits on, but I'm going to cut them off. So I'm just going to cut them off one side because I can cut them off the other side afterwards. Hi Jet, how you doing? He's just come in to see what we're doing. Actually, I'll do the whole way around just to make sure that I've got them all. Okay. I'm just going to place that down on the top, leave a little bit of a gap at the top. Go. And then we'll put the washi tape over the top of that. Oh, I thought that I'd put the washi tape up up the wrong way, but it's just that the gingerbread men kind of flip sides. Just putting that down there. I just like how much extra dimension that gives it. It kind of looks like there's two bits of washi tape there instead of one, which I don't know, it just gives it a bit of something. So then cutting off the excess. It's always going to be something you have to deal with when using paper that is this thin. You're always going to have to deal with what happens when something bleeds through. And the Kikki.k paper isn't bad. Most of the time it doesn't bleed through, but I did push particularly hard with that pen last week, so I understand why it's bled through a little bit. So I'm just fixing up the knobbly bits on this side. I'm going to do the same thing. I've actually stuff this up a little bit because I've gone a little bit too close in. So if you look really closely at this, you're going to notice that it's probably not quite straight, but that's okay. So I'm just leaving that same little bit of room, and I can tell that that's not straight, but I'm just going to going to deal with it. And then I'm going to put the candy canes on the other side, just kind of keeping the blue on one side and the pink on the other. So there we go, that's what the top and the bottom look like. Top and the bottom, the top on both sides look like. On the bottom, I want to use these really cute gingerbread men, and I'm going to use it across both sides just to sort of tie it all together. Just got a little bit of ink here, and I don't know if I can rub it off or not. No, can't. So I'm going to put this all along the bottom. I'm going to do that in 2 different sections. You could do it all in one, but because there's enough gap between the gingerbread here, it's not going to be the worst thing. I'm just trying to think if I should put a colour along the bottom as well, just to keep it all uniform. No, I'm not going to. So I'm going to stick this down on both sides. What I did do just then is I have deliberately stuck it down a little bit too far, so I'm going to have to cut off the excess on the bottom as well. I wanted the gingerbread to look like they're standing right on the bottom of the page, and because it's clear washi you can see straight through, so it makes it a little bit easier to make that cut. So you can do this by hand or you can do it with a paper trimmer, just because I'm here and all, and I might as well try it. And because you can see, it is reasonably easy to keep this straight. There we go. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So that's what it looks like when it's all done. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the Kaisercraft Hideaway sticker book. If you haven't already seen my walkthrough of this one, I will link it down below for you. And what I want to do is I want to use this blue, I thought it was white, but it actually is a little bit blue. But the blue kind of matches this blue in the washi tape. So I'm going to use that to cover up all of my numbers. So I'm just going to grab them out. And the gold kind of matches that gold, not quite, but pretty close. So I'm just going to use these to cover up the day of the week and the number. That's one of the things I love most about these stickers, is that they do actually cover that all up. I'm just really carefully taking off one of the elements from last week because it's just right where I want to put my number. So I'm just going to really quickly put that there. And then we'll put this one back. There you go, never notice. I had a little bit of trouble getting those numbers off, but I like the way that green sort of blending in with the other greens. So then the next thing I'm going to do is grab out, I'm just going to have a quick flick through the sticker book. I've just got a couple of little bits and pieces that are happening next week. So I'm just going to start off with this one here with the gold all around the outside. So these are obviously labels that you're supposed to use for gift tags and when you're wrapping presents and stuff, but I actually think they're really good for putting reminders and stuff on. So I'm going to put that one there, and then I'm also going to grab this one here with the bells. Actually, I'm just going to leave that off to the side for a second. I'll come back to it. Saw something else that would be better. So I'm going to grab one of these gold stars. I'm just going to put the gold star in the corner. Oh well, not quite in the corner, but just there. I'm just going to write in the details that were there. So I'm just grabbing these 2 pens. These are just 2 of my Staedtler ones. And I'm just going to stick with the blue and the pink kind of thing. So I'm just going to write in these details really quickly. get to put something really big here for the Christmas, like for the pageant. So I'm just going to see what we've got here. I don't think we get too many stickers in here. Oh no, we do. I'm going to take this one here with the holly. And it's kind of bringing that green in as well that we used in the labels, like in the numbers, so that's good. I'm just going to put that there. And I'm actually going to write this one in black just because it's already got such a big thing. So I just want that to take up the whole day. And then just down the bottom I just have to write something else that's on, which is just the second game of the International Rules series. Alright, so now we need to add a little bit of fun to this now that all the details and stuff are in there. So I want to grab one of these little cardboard cutouts. Definitely want to use the squirrel because he's so cute. And I think I'll use the Christmas tree on the other side. And sort of what I want to do is I really would like them moving, and I don't really know how I can make them move. I don't want to put foam tape on it because we did that last week. I just want to find a way to give them a little bit more life than just sort of sitting on the cardboard. Trying to work out where I'm going to put these, then we can sort of work out how I'm going to make these sort of look a little bit more. I know I want to cover that up because it's just driving me absolutely bonkers. I need something to put there just to cover that up. I'm just going to grab this little leaf or pine or whatever you want to call it. I think I'll put him just there, and then just the way that he's sitting in front of that pine just gives it a little bit of movement. But I'm just trying to, I really would like to make it move, and I just don't quite know. So I remember last year I did something like it popped out, like with a little envelope that was stuck there. I do really like him just sitting there though. But I guess I could use a sticker for that, so just let me think about that for a little bit longer. So the other thing I need to just put this sticker somewhere, so I'm just going to put this over here. I might put it up here. Just as a things to do this week dot points. I'm just going to put just a couple of little dot points there. I'm just going to give something just an itsy little try. I don't actually think it's going to work, but I'm going to give it a go. I'm just going to grab just a piece of plain white cardboard. This is just scraps that I've had, not really scraps, but just a excess that I've had. I'm just going to cut a really thin, well not really thin, but a little strip. And what I want to do is just, I'm going to use my trimmer just as a scoring tool for a sec. I'm going to put that there. I just want to score that little bit there so that this folds over. And then just do the same thing here. Fold there. I'm just cutting off the excess. I'm just wondering if I stick him on there, I'll stick that there, and then put that there, he can actually, I need another one. He can actually sit there, but he can jump up if I wanted him to. I did that wrong. Wrong way. That's why it's not working. You can have it so that he can move though. I think that's what I want to do. So I'm just going to grab another bit of cardboard. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to grab this washi tape. This has just got presents on it, but I like the way that the presents are kind of all over the place, as in they face all different ways. So I'm just going to cover the cardboard with the washi. I'm going to do it on both sides. It doesn't matter if you're just a little bit, like if your cardboard's not quite covered or it's not quite straight, it's not going to make a big deal. I'm just going to do that scoring thing again. You don't need to be too particular with this either, like it doesn't have to match up because you're not going to see most of it anyway. I'm just doing mine in between the presents. Yeah, that's actually not a bad one. And that'll stick there, and he'll stick there, but then he can jump up. I just feel like it gives it a little bit of movement, which sometimes in your planners you just sort of feel like it doesn't have any of that. So I'm just going to grab the glue tape and just stick that down. I'm just going to make sure I do it the right way. So he sits down like that. Now when he's in your planner and he's flat, he will sit there a little bit better. Obviously he just needs some time. But I think that's cute, the way that he kind of pops up. If you really wanted to, if you were worried about him sitting there and that he wouldn't sit there right, you can always grab just a little bit of washi. So for example, I'm just going to get this bit here with the candy canes. I'm just going to grab one of the candy canes. I'm cutting this out really badly, but just so you guys get the idea. I hate when you've got stuff on your scissors and it gets stuck on the next thing you're doing. But you could just put him down like that and put the candy cane just there. That just sort of holds him down a little bit. You can put the same thing on the other side if you were really worried. Actually, would it work better at the top? Doesn't really work either way. Let's not do that. Let's not worry about that, and let's just know that in a couple of days' time, when that's got a little bit less spring to it, that'll sit in the right spot. So I'm going to leave him up just for now. I really like that. I don't know why I like that, but I do. And I just want to put the tree, kind of want to do the same thing with the tree, like have it sitting there, but then have it so it pokes up the top, kind of like a bookmark. I don't know why I'm suddenly into this. I don't know where this has come from. But I'm going to do the exact same thing, but this time I'm going to use the presents again. So I'm just going to do that all over again with the tree. Ryan's not the biggest fan of these, but I think they're really cute. I don't know why. Sometimes I think we leave things in our planners that are a little bit too flat, and it just leaves it missing something. That's why I really like using like the foam tape, just to give it a bit more oomph. But obviously something you don't have to do. I just think it looks really cute. So over time will get better, but just for now are going to be a bit of a pain in the bum. If you really were worried about it, this is what I was thinking of though, I was just doing that. If you're really worried about it, you can just do a little bit of washi tape on his back, which will stick that side down. Oh dear. Just doesn't want to work for me today, does it? And then it's a little bit on the other side as well, just so he does sit flat. Like I said, after a little while in your planner it will actually get there. It's just for a first couple of days it's not going to. So I don't have, I'm just putting there, I don't have anything really to put on any of these days other than the weekend. The weeks at the moment are kind of being a bit boring. I'm not doing a lot, but the weekends are a bit crazy. So especially this time of the year, it's good to keep track of everything. Just thinking I'll grab a couple of little stickers just to sprinkle over here. Really do like though the way that sits with the bush behind it. No, wrong choice. It's alright, I can put it back. I'm going to grab a couple of these little stars that aren't really stars, they're just crosses. Sorry, I know you can't see right now. Can't get my page to sit where I want it to. Just grabbing a couple more than I think I need, just so that I can put some over this side as well. So I'm just going to grab, this one's going to go just, yep, alright, fine, you stay there. Put that one there, put this one down here, over here. There we go. So I'm going to leave it just like that. I think that's really cute. I really do love those pop-ups. I think that's just something extra to add. And over time that will flatten out. Just for now it's obviously going to be a pain. But I also love the way that I can use that as a bookmark if I wanted to this week. I don't have to use my keys. So that's a really cool little addition that I had never thought of doing before. But I think looks really cool. It does. I swear it does. It's just going to drive me nuts until it's ready to sit down. So that is my Christmas week to celebrate the pageant. Now that one doesn't want to stay down. Let me know how you celebrate traditions like this in your family. Do you decorate weeks for pageants or Christmas parties or whatever it is, even though they're in November, or is that not really something that you do? I'd love to hear from you, so leave me a message down below, or you can find me at any of my social media links as well. If you haven't already, please make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss any videos. Christmas this year on my channel is not going to be as big as it was last year, but I am going to be going through the new Kikki.k advent calendar every day in December. So if you are a fan of Kikki.k, like I know most of us are, but that you can't quite justify the price on that awesome calendar, I'd suggest being subscribed so that you get a little pop-up every morning through December where you can find out what's in the advent calendar with me, because I think it's really cool. Hope you guys have an absolutely awesome week. Enjoy the Christmas pageant if that's your thing, and I will see you again really, really soon. Thanks a lot. Bye!